Right, guys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Well, welcome back to something a little bit different. First off, we got John Warren behind the, he's cameraman today. Laura is here, but she's inside busy, so John's up here doing what we're going to talk about now. And then we'll talk to you about other things which is going on. So basically, this Focus estate belongs to, well, it did belong to Laura's dad. Now, he's had this for over 20 years. So it's an O2 plate. It's a 1.6 Z-Tech estate car. All right, and it's really, really clean. So it's not done a lot of mileage. So when the opportunity comes, he's not driving anymore. So when the opportunity comes, obviously he's going to offer it to his daughter. So me and Laura said, yeah, of course we'll have that. It's been sat around outside his house for a while because you know, he doesn't live in Plymouth, he lives up in London. It's not been used. So, yeah, we jumped at the chance. So this is where John comes into it. And it's red. So the pigment problem, and it's faded, and you can see it in different areas. So John's come up here to bring it back to its former glory. So first off is to do the safe wash on it, decontaminate it, and then he'll get on and get the buffer on it. Have a look at the inside as well. We got some new mirrors that go on it as well. One was broke off on the near side, but we'll replace them with some new ones. And then I'll keep this for myself. I mean, obviously, yes, it'll eventually become sentimental, but it's great because it's relevant to Ford, and it's a Mark 1 Focus estate. You don't see a lot of them around these days, not in this condition, and not with one that's been owned for over 20 years by the same person. And believe it or not, this car right, has been I think it's called D's, the main dealer in Croydon. It's where Laura's dad lives. He's a full service history, so all the books stamped. You know, he took it to the main dealer, you know, annually. And for any repairs, main dealer, I mean, people might think, you know, that's crazy because of the age of the car, but I think it's a good thing, you know, taking it to the dealer is great, isn't it? You wouldn't, I don't know of anybody else with a Mark 1 Focus or even a Mark 2 or whatever would take it to the dealer, but fantastic. So now it belongs to me and Laura now, and we'll treasure this, bring it back to its former glory, but I just thought it'd be interesting to do a video on it. John's just starting off, he's going to blast off that snow foam in a minute, and then we'll go through the process of it and let you know what's what. As we go, and then like John normally does on his, you know, if you follow him on his Instagram and Facebook and all that sort of stuff, you'll see before and after. But yes, he could have took it and done it in his garage, but you know, it's more room up here and it's not really sunny today, it's ideal weather. So yeah, he's going to crack on with that. Whilst we're here, we might as well have a little we'll come back to that later. Whilst we're here, yes. Oh, this year, yeah. Well, you haven't seen this yet, so this is the first time that you've been involved with the new Rode mic. Rode, whatever. Great audio. Got the great 4K picture quality to go with it as well. Need to get another one, actually, because if you get in somebody, if you put one on there now, you can't really, if you were speaking, the audio will be as good as mine, but at the moment you're just using the audio from the phone, and when that one's plugged in the receiver, it sort of like cuts it a little bit. But anyway, we'll get another one. So enough of that nonsense, John, talking about the camera and all that sort of stuff and the quality. Hey, I know, yeah. Well, look, you can zoom in on your van there. Look, so your van this time, your van's nice and clean. So there it is. Let's see. So he's got all the gear there. TCR. Well, we'll talk about that a bit later. There's a separate video on that. But what a fantastic car. If I was going to have a Golf, that would be what I'd buy. I'd buy a TCR. That's just me. What a great car, and what we're doing on it is great. I'll talk to you a bit more about that on a separate video because it's quite involved with that. You know, we've put the Reval big brakes on it now. All the stage 2 hardware is done for the performance pack. Exhaust is done, but we'll talk about that in a separate vid. It's just a little walk around just to let you know what's here actually. All right, so my RS is back. Phil's got my van for a short term until we get his done. But yeah, so that's back. You don't need to clean that at the moment, John. It's looking all right, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, because Phil, we don't know what products he's been using on it, Phil. So, you know, who knows? You know, no disrespect to any of the products that people use, but hey, he could have been using something out of a Christmas cracker, yeah. Yeah. Kinder Surprise, yeah. Yeah. You know, well, yeah. Hey, who knows, isn't it? We'll just have a quick wander up here, look, and we'll just quickly talk about what's what. So, yeah. Well, we've got Richard Bailey's. Well, you can see there, look. He doesn't mind his plate being on camera. I don't think he really minds. So, this is the one that we've just completed the second big build on, same as Robert's. So that's ready now for running in moles, which I'll do some of it, Laura will do some of it. Obviously, it's relevant because it's absolutely filthy, as you can see, John, and that's what John wants. Leave it alone, he says. Isn't that right, John? Don't touch it. Let him do it because, you know, that's the way he wants it. So, test moles on that. Lots of videos to come on that one. Completely different than Robert's. Similar build, but one I'll show you under the bonnet and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean. The one next to it, another Mark III Focus RS. That is Derek's all the way from Ireland. As the plate, you can see that at the plate. So this one's over for the same treatment. Long time coming. I've been chatting to Derek for quite a while on this one. And he had to timing had to be correct for him with logistics, and fair play to him. You know, super humbling to have somebody bring their car, have it brought over on a proper enclosed shuttle trailer from Ireland to us. Fantastic. He's been following me and seeing what I'm doing. He's been checking progress on the builds that I've been doing and all this sort of stuff. And that's where the trust comes into it. And you know, great. So that is really, really humbling. So that's having the same sort of build as what Richard's had and what Robert's had and Phil's had, but there's always a twist to it. It's never exactly the same, which is what I like. You know, it's always different, isn't it? But he's got some bits on it already. Revo intercooler, and I think it ran a. I think it was, I can't remember what software it was. You'll probably correct me, Derek, on this, but was it Dream Science or something like that? I think so, something like that. I don't think it ran Revo software. Although it's got the intercooler. I think he just played around, mix and match, I think. But yeah, you can really see how dusty that is, can you? Looks worse on black as well, doesn't it? But when you finish it, it'll be mint. We'll walk around this side. Look, well, Derek's look. So as you can see, he's had my big brake kit on the front. He's had them for a few years now. So that was obviously we sent that over to him. The rears are still just beefed up with braided lines, DS2500 Frodo race pads, the same as what on Richard's really. So they're pretty identical, but yeah, he's already got the big brake kit and the Ray's super light wheel nuts on it. Okay, so walk around this way, look, John, and that's what they look like when they're new. So that gives you an idea in difference in colour. So that's the same big brake kit, slightly different because now we've got the MJP engraved on the side of it. All right, and he's gone for the full performance blue calipers, Richard, as opposed to the nitrous blue. So if you look at that colour there, look, and he's got it's the same 3/4 drill disc design on it, and then as you can see, look, the difference in the colour, which is he's got well, it's not nitrous blue, is it? Similar, but it's like more of a grabber blue, isn't it? Because that's metallic, that's not. All right, so that just gives you you can see the difference. But if you look at the centre cap, look, with the RS, that's like the Ford Performance Blue, which is what Richard's got. So if you look at Richard's big brake caliper, you can see, look, I'll come around and show you, look. So you can see on his big brake caliper, look, so that's the same sort of like blue. So that's what I call it, the Ford Performance Blue. I think it looks really good, actually. You get all the noise and drama with these brakes when you hit them hard. But so that one's got test moles on it. That's nowhere near finished yet. We've got to put all the methanol system on that yet. But that's all to come. That's having the same. That's having meth as well. But we'll talk about that later. So come down this way, look, Johnny. Walk past mine. This is where it all started. See, so you've got to have a test development car and do all your own testing first before you start selling it to people. And that's my test car. So a bit different, as you can see. Look, mine's got the big brake kit on the back, same as Phil's. That's a 375mm disc on the back, just to remind you, by 32, I think it is it? Or 28, maybe 28, I think. 375 by 28, I think, from memory. 4-pot billet caliper on the back, electronic park and brake. Front, monsters on the front, 400mm disc on the front. Drill disc, same sort of configuration. But yeah, so you can see that I run the Revo wheels on it. They've still got the stock wheels on it, that's what they prefer. But yeah, that's an 8-pot progressive piston caliper on the front, 4 sets of pads. 4 sets? 4 pads in each caliper. Can't be 4 sets, John, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? How can you fit 4 sets of pads? They have to be tiny, wouldn't they? So yeah, 2 sets of brake pads, which means there's 4 in each caliper. All right, so it's progressive braking. We have braked in this, when we were testing it, we've done all the testing on how it brakes at high speed, and it is absolutely mind-blowing the way that brakes in a straight line at high speed. Ridiculous. You know, all your organs try and come out of your stomach, you know, and it's madness, absolute madness. So lots of plans for that. I haven't really touched it, but lots of plans for that in the future coming up. So, but again, it's always the same old story. Customers have to be sorted out first. But let's just have a quick look inside there, John. I know I'm taking up your time a lot, but hey, when you come up here, mate, you're made use of. You're made use of. I'll get you. Yeah, I know. The video man, yeah, I do like that. I do like that. And I'll tell you this, obviously what we've done on that a bit later with the wheels, in trying to find some which are exactly the same. It's pretty identical to the original TCR wheels, which is an upgrade. It doesn't come like that. The things that are on it is fully loaded with everything. Even the TCR graphics on the side was an option. You don't get that. So that'll be running a real Stage 2 performance pack, 400 horsepower. Will quicken the speed of the gearbox off as well on the DSG box. And that'll be interesting when we take that out. Can't wait for that. Again, we'll walk past the lovely Focus. When John's finished with that, it'll be quite unbelievable. Yeah, so let's wander inside. Yeah, we won't show any of that. We've got Monty's there, which is ongoing. That'll be another separate video to do. That'll be something that we just kill that a minute, because that's not good. We don't want that on, do we, in the background? Mega. And then obviously, yeah, we can, we've got the little beast here, but that's another story. We do, as you can see, we do the bread and butter stuff, which is here, look. We always cater and look after that. We won't scan down on the floor because there's lots of tools kicking around, because I'm up to all sorts at the moment. So we've got another 2 Mark III Focus RSs in the workshop. Now this is Phil's, which you've all seen before, the Black Beast. That's ongoing. The reason why it's ongoing is because it's very, very custom and bespoke, in what it's having done on it is just like going up to another level and another level, and a lot of it is like development and all that sort of stuff, which involves other people like our engine machinist, Pete Willis, who's awesome, you know, older generation, but you know, worked on the Hart race engines and all that sort of stuff, and builds all the Vauxhall race engines, and you know, that we used to get involved with, and now he's obviously helping us with the EcoBoost. So Phil's head has been completely reworked and ported and flowed, you know, whichever term you want to use. And yeah, there's different valves and all this sort of stuff. So Pete's worked his wizardry on that. All the turbo setup's different on it. It's basically our complete MJP big turbo like development package, which yeah, we've already tested it, the turbo already, and it's absolutely fine. It went up to race cal, got a V-power calibration done on it, just to check the systems to make sure everything was all right and the flow was all good and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, and then we sat down and talked and said, well, that all works, so let's click it up a few levels, and that's what we've done. So we'll talk to you about that more as we go, because I'm going to start. I've got the head back now. It's got all trick cams in it, which is absolutely custom to this car. And what we've, you know, the turbo's trick. That's all done, all the fueling, It's ultra. It runs a Cyvex ECU, so you got full control. Do what you like with that. All right, and then just have a little wander in here. Look, John. Don't try not to trip up all the tools and that, on you. Yeah. I'm keeping you back from doing. I'm keeping you back from doing your job, aren't you? So, Roberts. All right. So the reason why that's back in and on the two poster, you can see it's got a prop under it supporting the engine. Is on the transmission side. So I don't know if I've mentioned this already, but so we were carrying it test miles on it. No problem. Always do 1,000 miles, 500 miles on the running null. Dump that out. Change it. Another 500 miles on the null. Do 1,000 miles. Click that off. And then you can start turning the wick up a bit. So on that one, got to like 900 and something miles, and then suddenly there's a problem between going from fifth to fourth or third to fourth. A fourth gear problem with synchro, which just happens. It's just one of them things, isn't it? It's moving parts, wears, and all that sort of stuff. So, and it's good that we've come across that problem, because it's not easy. It's, you know, you got trouble with the stub frame, and well, I do anyway, and just it's not easy. All right, so box is out. What we did do is, because we know there's a problem now with obviously a weakness in the synchro mesh gears, and you know we already know that they're weak. So with Richard's out there, the black one, we didn't mess around. So we've already put a carbon synchro kit in that. He's already got a Quaife LSD in it. Darren, our gearbox guy, has already built that one up, done, back in the car, already tested that, only up and down the road around the block, and it's fine. So we thought, right, no messing around. So that's what Robert's having. So Darren's took the gearbox away. He's not got a diff in that, but he's having a Quaife LSD put in that as well. Carbon single kit. Anything else that we find, whether it's you know, worn, or there's a problem with third and fourth gear sync, the hub synchros on the same. So that we'll look at that, change that. Any problems with the third and fourth gear, we'll change that. Anything that needs to be done, it will just be done, because you only want to do it once. So that's the route we're going now. Derek's will have a carbon synchro kit in it as well. We're not messing around. It doesn't mean that it can't break and you're never going to have any problems and all that. It just means that you just make it a bit more heavy duty and, you know, a bit of preventative maintenance. But it doesn't mean, people need to understand, it doesn't mean that your car can't break. Of course it can. Formula One cars can come out of the best engineering in the world, the best of everything possible, and they can still fail for whatever reason. So, you know, that's just a little reminder of people that think that their car, they have all this done, and it's never ever gonna happen to it. You've got to take into account driving styles and all that sort of stuff, and let everything warm up, and you know, or it could be a component failure or something else. You know, it's just, you know, an example that I give is, you could build the best engine in the world and have all the best bits, like I've just said. It only takes like a sensor, a 20 quid sensor, 50 quid sensor to fail and cause a problem, and that could then trigger for someone else failing. So there's lots of things to take into account on that engine. It's not just the mechanical side of it, all right? So something else could affect a problem, all right? And it could be electrical, which then affects mechanical, all right? So that's it really. I've waffled on enough. It's only just to give you like an update. So it's quite, you know, we did have another Mark III Focus RS here, which Stephen picked that up on Saturday. That was Revo Stage 1 and exhaust and all that sort of stuff. So there's still got a couple more waiting to come in, for not to this extent, obviously, but just for like Revo software and some bolt-on stuff. So we'll do some vids on that when they turn up. But yeah, that's all it was. So I think we wander back outside, John, to the beginning of the video, which was...
we need to get a cone.
You do, yes. Back outside to where we started the vid, which was on the Focus estate. And yeah. Look, you'll be able to see it a little bit more now with the difference in the colour. Look, see it? Yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh, hey, it's going to have a double coat in it. Double whammy. Double whammy, that one, isn't it? But yeah. So that's it, guys and girls. So I've said all I've got to say. Usual thing. So like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button, bring up the little box, click all. That'll notify you of our uploads when they happen, so you don't have to search for it. You know, thumbs up, thumbs down. you know, we'll always read the comments and, you know, respond accordingly. But yeah, make sure you subscribe. It's really, really important. All right. As I said before, a lot of people watch the channel, but they forget to subscribe. So please do that. It helps the channel grow. And you know, I'll keep doing this. Of course I will. You know, demand for it is I enjoy doing it and just letting you know what I'm up to and what we're doing. But the VAG stuff, as you know, we're doing the VAG stuff now on the Revo Performance and on the software hardware. So if you've got any sort of VAG, you know, which comes under that umbrella, which you all know, Volkswagen, Audi, Seat, Skoda, please give us a call, because we can do all that now on the Revo software and hardware. So please get in contact, you know. And then the Ford stuff, this video is about, a lot of it is to do with the Mark III Focus RS, because we've got 4 of them here at the moment. So again, if you own a Mark III Focus RS, then you want me to help out and give you some advice, or you know, whatever you want to do, really, just give us a call or message for your requirements. And there's lots of different levels you can have, from just bolt-on stuff, the Revo stuff, to my custom software and hardware, to, you know, full engine builds and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, just get in contact. You know what to do. So see you next time. Thanks for watching. Ciao.